Yes, I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Good. Today and yesterday, after the mantras, I get very strong sensations. I start shivering, and even today, my teeth went like this. And well, it's not always very pleasant, but still, it's there, and I let it be. But what is a bit too unpleasant is that my eyes start to ache because they are closed. So I'm like forced to open them. And once I open them, it's a bit different for me because I can't concentrate or meditate that well, my eyes open. So I keep on, it gets me distracted a little bit. But still, I can't help it. I just have to open my eyes so that the achiness leaves. And then then I can just close my eyes again. But do you have any tips, or should I just suffer it through?
So what is the achiness? Do you know what is the cause of that achiness in your eyes? Like, are you squeezing your eyes? Does your eyes get squeezed together, or what? How does it happen?
I think when the shakiness starts, like the vibration starts, my eyes are not actually completely closed. So I believe that they aren't very forcibly closed. I can even see a little bit light there, like through my eyes.
Right.
And it's just quite painful for my eyes to keep them closed, keep them shut.
Right, right. Yeah, well, it sounds like a classical example of what I was talking. Was it with? I forgot who was saying about it earlier today. That's how good my memory is. But it sounds like a classic example what I was talking about earlier, that it's just stuff getting released from the subtle body, and it makes the physical body, can be pleasant sensations, can be painful, achy, all this. But you can speed it up if you have 10-15 minutes a day. Take your yoga mat and you can sit on it, or you can lie down and just let that shaking come out. Just let it happen. So it will speed it up. It will come out faster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What you can do, what I do in my daily practice is that I do this. Like, I open my jaws in a strong way, really stretch them open. And in general, I can make these kind of exercises with my face. Really trying to warm up, make the muscles in the face both stronger and make them stretch. Let's do this together. I will keep the recording going on, so. Well, I already did it, so you don't have to worry. Just try it. Muscles in lips, cheeks, eyes, brows, forehead, jaws, tongue. And to finish, let's shake the head like dogs do. Completely relaxed. Then let it stop and feel for a moment. And then open your eyes and look at one point, some object of focus. So your eyes are gazing at a point. Then start circulating your head so that you keep watching that point. Change direction. And then let it stop. For a moment, see how you feel in your eyes now. Okay, so just simple exercises to open the channels, open the energies in this area. Liz, go ahead.
On the retreat before last, even though we were on Zoom, we managed to do prostrations and some physical stuff. Will we be able to do some tomorrow? On this retreat? It's just hard sitting for so long, you know.
Sittings are so long?
No, it's hard. It's hard on the body to sit for so long without having a break of some physical movement.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And I like that about our retreat 2 retreats ago. We did.
Yeah. Okay, we might do some tomorrow.
It was good.
It's always good.
After any kind of tensing or tensing or some kind of shock or dynamic practice, the relaxation part always feels so much better after. Just an observation.
Yeah, certainly. We did like very few repetitions, just 3 times 4, but the reason for that is that I think some people joining are new to the practice, so it's good not to do too much. But when you get used to it and your body gets used to it, you know, you can do 20, 30, 40, 50 reps in one blow. That's how I do it myself, like 40, 50 reps, just one series. And it just feels so good. Feels good, man.
And I suppose practice makes perfect, but one good side effect I've noticed is my maybe I'm just noticing it, but there's when my body shivers a bit during practice, and I feel kind of energies going up and down my body.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this happened before or if I just became more aware of it. That's the golden question, I think. But I definitely have noticed it more. Just random shivers that go down, especially after Guru mantras or such practice.
Well, that's what always happens. Like we become aware of pranic currents, these energetic currents. That always happens, you know. We start with something we might not feel that much, but then little by little we start noticing something that wasn't there before. that we didn't notice before. And so it goes into more like subtler sensations. So I'm sure those, pranic currents were there before, but you just weren't able to notice them. And the proof for that is that they were there, is that you're alive. There's not much prana flowing in a dead body.
I used to have that. I couldn't sit still after doing guru mantras, like not shivering, but the head would start circling or maybe sway back and forward and stuff like that. But as it became subtler and subtler, there's no need for the outer movement, or it doesn't move.
I have spontaneous Roshan sessions sometimes after some tantric part in rainbow body yoga or open heart yoga. The tantric charge comes and I can't sit still, start doing some, I don't know, growling, shaking, something like this. I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, maximum growling. That's a special kind of experience. I've heard it before. Luke, did you have something?
Yeah, just what Johanna had, the eye thing. I've had this like twitch in like a nerve in a vein above my right eye. Been going on for a year or two, off and on. Like it's not bad, but it's like a little bit distracting sometimes. I don't know if it's from like caffeine or staring at a phone screen all day long, or a combination, or maybe the practice has a little effect, like since you were talking about electric currents. And when we just did that face and neck exercises, it had been active and then it just stopped. It's rested. That seemed to work for it. Like, so what exactly did we do there? Just those releasing some sort of tension? Like, is that?
Yeah.
Is that?
How can I describe this? It's kind of like if you think of a guitar string, it's just a steel wire, right? But if it's tied on a knot or 2 or 3 knots, and you try to play it, it doesn't. It gives out a sound, but it's not a, it's not a harmonious sound. So when we untangle it, open these muscles, open these knots, you simultaneously kind of stretch the string. You open it, make it stronger, and then when it's straight, when you pluck it, it gives a beautiful sound. It's kind of like that, these nerves and muscles that are like those strings that you open the knots, you make it stronger, and you make it more flexible at the same time. That's why the programs like do you say flickering of eyes? Can you say that?
Yeah.
Flickering, twitching in muscles.
Yeah.
Those programs in the muscles, chaotic programs, are removed. That's why we feel so good after Vajra body, because we do the whole thing with do the exercise with our whole body, with all the muscles. That's why it feels so good. It overrides these knots and tensions. Overrides, removes, replaces, releases.
I have a question. I'm pretty new regarding the practice of Guru Mantra.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, after the last season, it feels like my head is cloudy and I'm kind of not in my center, more like I'm out of body, and this feels really strange. I just would like to ask, is this kind of normal, or is it kind of, I don't know how to say, cleaning or whatever?
How was the session? How did you feel during it?
Yeah, well, it was centered, but I have a lot of thoughts regarding if I'm doing it correctly. So not that properly, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't be too hard on yourself. We know we have to begin somewhere, and it's common to have kind of a weird experiences. Weird in the sense that we might feel like you said, that out of your body. We might, the energy body in relation to the physical body, gets a new experience, and that's why it can feel like the bodies don't feel like they normally do. And apparently you can feel concerned about it, but just a few basic things. Tantric Guru Yoga is practiced by all, actually not only in Tantric Buddhism, but it's practiced by Christians with Jesus. It's practiced by Hindus with Krishna, with different Hindu avatars, and so on. So it's like a very, very common practice. But when one takes up Guru Yoga practice, it can be not only a completely new practice, new kind of approach, new technique to do, but it just feels very different than a lot of other practices, because you are actually coming in contact with a Mahasiddha Guru, somebody who is a Mahasiddha, a living Buddha. So that's why these new experiences come with Guru Yoga, and that's completely normal. You don't have to be worried about it. It happens to everybody. And also it's somebody like Guru Rinpoche, Yeshe Tsogyal, Shakyamuni Buddha, Jesus, these big figures, it's completely safe. There's no, they are not samsaric beings. So in that sense, they are a source of refuge. A safe refuge means a safe place. So you're safe. Just relax.
Thank you.
All right, people. Fortunately, we weren't Zoom bombed today, because James didn't apparently invite them today. He only did the invitation yesterday.
I did invite them, but they said they couldn't make it today, unfortunately. I didn't invite them yesterday, everyone. Honestly, it wasn't me.
They were from the UK.
It's your fault.
They specifically said that you invited them. Why would they make it up? No.
If you're asking about their motivations, you might wonder why they want to go and crash a retreat.
Such reasonable characters, yeah.
Exactly.
Without invitation, yes, it's a bit weird.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was a test.
Sorry.
Okay, so thank you for today. Let's continue tomorrow, same time in the afternoon. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kim. Thanks.
My pleasure, my pleasure. See you tomorrow.